What's going on, everybody? This is Randall Barnes, the founder of HBCU Pulse and host of Pulse Radio in the building. Deion Sanders jersey on, and I have it on for a very special reason today, because Jackson State University, that's a public HBCU, and I'm on with the Thurgood College Spellman. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man, I'm amazing. But check this out. So I want to start like this, right? So what HBCU did you go to?
The greatest HBCU, man. The greatest HBCU that there is. Can I get an Aggie pride? So I'm a North Carolina A&T alum, man. Greensboro, North Carolina, class of 2007. So yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your experience at North Carolina A&T.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So I'm from a small town called Elizabeth City, North Carolina. I'm a first-generation college student, so no one in my family went to college prior to me. Graduated, I first started out, though, at Elizabeth City State University. I was on a full scholarship at Elizabeth City State, and I was, wanted to get out of that small city, that small town. And so A&T, around that time, the Drumline movie was a really big thing. So I wanted to go to that Drumline school, not really knowing that Atlanta A&T wasn't a real school. So I went to the closest thing, North Carolina A&T. And so started out at Elizabeth City, transitioned to North Carolina A&T. Went to A&T, man, and it literally changed my life. It changed the trajectory of my life. Elizabeth City State was cool. It was good. But the opportunities that I got while attending North Carolina A&T exposed me to so many great and wonderful opportunities, hence the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. But at that time, though, it was a Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. I was a scholar. I used to go to all the events. I participated in the Leadership Institute. At that time, we used to have a Presidents and Campus Queens Summit. I participated in all of that. And then we started a club on the campus of North Carolina A&T, the Thurgood Marshall Club of America. And we had spot campuses all over. I became a regional director where I managed the clubs in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and the Virgin Islands. And then graduated and still always gave back to the Thurgood Marshall College Fund through volunteerism. So I volunteered for a number of years. I did a little bit of consulting, and now I'm full-time as the program director, one of the program directors for the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Division.
Wow, that is amazing. Like, you really made it happen, and you used that connection to Thurgood Marshall College Fund really to just enrich your life. So I know it's a lot of students that are within, the ambassador program that do a lot of Thurgood Marshall College Fund events. So what's your advice to them to network their way up the way that you did?
Yeah, man, I think it's all about, I use this phrase, passion, purpose, and place. Once you discover what your passion is, you will understand your purpose. Once you understand what your purpose is, you'll find your place. And, in thinking from that mindset, working their way up, even within Thurgood Marshall, or even within the corporate arena, you just have to really find what it is that you really love to do, right? Like, I knew that Thurgood Marshall College Fund was an intricate part of my life, and so I always wanted to give back from that aspect. And so when I first started after undergrad, I didn't get paid, but I knew I was committed to the cause, right? I wasn't even looking to get paid. I just wanted to make a difference in individuals' lives or students' lives, like the fund made a difference in my life. And so, I just continued to work hard at it. I never really thought that I would be working for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, because that wasn't where my mindset was. I was comfortable with giving back and volunteering and helping students and introducing them to the fund. But then when the opportunity came, I jumped on it. And so what I'll say to individuals, like, again, you just really have to find out what your ultimate purpose is, what your ultimate passion is, and then you can go from there.
I love it. So let's talk about the Thurgood Marshall College Fund and all the amazing things you all have going on. The first and foremost thing I got to talk about is the NBA All-Star game, because, man, when I tell you, Team LeBron
came through for us. LeBron came through for us, man. And there was no doubt in my mind, like, that he wouldn't. LeBron James, come on now.
LeBron, Steph Curry, like, you had Giannis on the same team.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It was. I don't even know how to word it, man. It was one of those things where, like, you remember that. I don't know if you remember the actual Dream Team. You're a lot younger than I am, but the Dream Team.
I wasn't alive, but trust me, I'm a basketball fanatic. I know about them.
A lot younger than I am, right? And so it was like the Dream Team in action again.
It was, and I hate to say we love UNCF, But y'all
Absolutely.
still no chance. Yeah, y'all still no chance, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's
Absolutely.
talk about just the NBA. So, how is the NBA working with the Thurgood Marshall College Fund?
So that relationship goes back to the inception of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. The NBA was actually one of our founding partners. David Stern, God rest his soul, he was on our board for a number of years, and so the partnership goes back, back to the inception of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. I kind of helped lead the innovation and entrepreneurship division, and so last year, one of our business development colleagues, she came to me and she said, hey, the NBA wants to do something different. They want to do something cool. I kind of pitched to them what we're doing in our innovation and entrepreneurship space, or our INE space. So met with a number of team members from the NBA, and we developed this whole NBA Innovate the Future concept. And what the NBA Innovate the Future concept was, it was one half-day immersion. And so an immersion is where we bring in the managers, some leaders, some executives from the NBA. They talk about what it is to work behind the scenes, aside from what we see on television or ESPN. Talk about what it is to work at the NBA headquarters. Talk about what it is to work for some of the teams there. And so we built this amazing, amazing concept where they came to talk with the students, talk about some of the careers, that opportunities that students could have, their commitment to HBCUs in general, and their commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion in general. And then the students got to go into breakout rooms with some of the leaders and executives at the NBA. The second day was an actual pitch competition, and how that worked. The NBA presented us with a couple of case studies where the students were able to select which case studies they wanted to build out, what we call it, and then provide a solution for those particular case studies. And so the winning team ended up being Morgan State University. Shout out to Morgan State, where 3 gentlemen there won $5,000 the David Stern Scholarship, which was $5,000 per student. So really exciting. It was really cool. We got some cool NBA jerseys, compliments of the Thurgood Marshall marketing team in collaboration with the NBA. And so, yeah, man, it was a really dope event.
Shout out to Morgan State University. Love Morgan State. Have a lot of amazing scholars up there. So, I mean, the win was expected for them. We love to see it. And they say, and ANC says we love to see it. That's the favorite ANC phrase. We love to see it. Out of anything. Shout out to Morgan State University. Love Morgan State. Have a lot of amazing scholars up there. So, I mean, the win was expected for them. We love to see it. And they say, and ANC says we love to see it. That's the favorite ANC phrase. We love to see it. Out of anything. So let's talk about the partnership with Kroger. So how is Kroger assisting the Thurgood Marshall College Fund?
Yeah, man, the same, pretty much the same way. We met with some Kroger executives. I have to give a shout out to our business development team, because they really helped to pitch the idea of the innovation and entrepreneurship division. Just to kind of give you a little background, the INE division, what we call it, is probably the newest division within the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. And so initially we acquired it, which it used to be called OFC, Opportunity Funding Corporation, that we acquired from the federal government. And so it was a business plan competition. So we would have all these graduate programs from HBCUs. The students would submit business plans to us. We would look over and read through them, and we would select the top business plans. The former president at that time, he said, yeah, we need to transition. So we started getting into that Shark Tank hackathon mode, where we would kind of develop these type of competitions and these type of where we would solve business case studies or problems in general that impact our students, our communities. And so when the Kroger opportunity came, it was one, great timing, right? We started out with one program. Last year, I think we had 4 programs. This year, we're slated to have between 9 and 12 programs. And so the Kroger program is one of those, Kroger Foundation program is one of those programs where it's the Zero Hunger, Zero Waste, where students are tasked to solve problems related to hunger and to waste. Solving those problems, again, they'll get the case studies, and then they just have to really come up with some really cool and creative ways to solve the problems that face hunger and waste. And so a really cool part of that is that the winning teams not only walk away with scholarships, tech prizes, all of the students who participate, whether they place or not, they get some amazing gifts and prizes. But the winning team also get will receive product development funds where they will work with Kroger to develop an actual product that can be used by the company. So really excited about that. That's probably the first time that we've ever done. This is the first time that we've ever done anything to that magnitude and capacity. So we're really excited about that.
Wow. It's one thing I just love is that, with HBCU Pulse, we're real big on student leadership. Mm-hmm. So to see HBCU students from all HBCUs, all college plans and institutions get this opportunity is what I really love to see.
Absolutely.
Because we have to create these opportunities for these students so they can become the next leaders. It don't happen overnight. It's a collaborative effort. So the fact that you're doing this and the fact that Thurgood Marshall College Fund is creating opportunities for students, we really appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you all for, organizations like HBCU Pulse. I really appreciate it because you all help us get the word out there about the amazing work that we're doing. You all help us to drive the application, the students to apply. So thank you all so much as well.
No problem. No problem. Listen, we're here. If Instagram lets us be great, we'll get more people to sign up.
Exactly.
But one last thing, where can everyone find you and what else do you guys have coming up?
Yeah, man. So everyone can, I'm on LinkedIn, of course, DeShawn Spellman, Thurgood Marshall College Fund, Program Director of Innovation Entrepreneurship. You can also email me at DeShawn.Spellman with 2 L's, not like the college, SPELLMAN, at TMCF.org. So that's how you can reach out to me. I'm also on social media, but I'm on it, but I don't really even know my usernames or what have you, but you can follow me on there as well. But some other amazing things. We do have our signature program coming up in May as well, which is the Pitch. It's a 72-hour app development competition where students are tasked to build a mobile app in 72 hours. The actual program is longer than 72 hours, but the actual time to build out that idea and concept is about 72 hours. So we always have an amazing and great time with that. Aside from that, we have a couple of programs for high school students that will launch this summer. We have an amazing partnership with Ally Financial and the big Sean Anderson Foundation, Moguls in the Making. That's going to happen in September. And then we're going to wrap up the year with the new partnership that we have with Cartier. So stay tuned. We have some amazing and cool things coming.
Thank you so much, Mr. Spellman. That's Spellman with 2 L's, not 1. Not like the
2 L's. 2 L's. It's really funny because people always say, are your family the Spellmans that started the school? I'm like, I wish. I wish.
Man, listen, don't we all wish, because that's some money right there, boy. That's some money.
Yeah, absolutely.
But thank you so much for coming on, Mr. Spellman.
All right, man. No problem at all. So feel free to reach out anytime.